And welcome, folks. I'm Tom Vic on a Friday. So the week is over and we got the weekend ahead. And I got your forecast coming up. Right now, we're looking at the tower cam there on Texas Street, Sinlot Broadcasting. We see the sun shining into the clouds, creating those rays that we see right through there. There's a name for that. It's called crepuscular rays. Just kind of means there's refraction of the sunlight by the water droplets or ice crystals in the cloud. Stellies and LeBeau, we are likewise seeing the clouds in that direction. Since we're looking in a different direction, we don't see the orb of the sun, but there may be a little bit more cloudiness there. And then looking at beautiful Toledo Bend as we go across the Highway 6 bridge there, back and forth, the traffic, folks coming and going there. We've got, of course, some clouds up in that direction. So the moisture's increasing. You probably noticed today compared to previous days where the weather's been, the weather pattern is changing. Looking at radar, we saw a little bit of rain to the south. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit and replay that. And we can see that rain to the south of us. Very little. In fact, this is one of those cases where if it rains, it may not be heavy enough to show up on weather radar. So you might just feel a sprinkle, which wouldn't measure. So satellite and radar continues to show that spin out west right there across Arizona. See that rotation with the satellite imagery counterclockwise. That's an upper level low. Here's a front that will usually drop into the area by Saturday and helps to focus some rain and storms. So by your Friday evening, this is today's current pattern. So we got one of those big systems out to the west, right through there. You can see the wind northwest and then southwest. So right there's that upper level front, or the wind shift, if you will. And then let's see what happens to that as we move it forward. You'll see that that system comes through the area, and by Sunday night, it's past us, all right, to the east of us. Right there is where that system is. So northerly flow now, it's in the southwest. And so what's going to happen is that in the process, that change in the weather, this response of the atmosphere to the incoming system, well, it will settle down some, and we'll see a beautiful start to next week after some rain this weekend. Well, once again, as going to Wednesday, we track the next system that will affect our weather. You see another dip in the jet stream off to the west. There's that northwesterly flow, and then southwest ahead of it. And likewise, there's that upper level front or dry line or dry feature there. And so this dynamic agent will notice a change once again as we head into the middle of the week. That will kind of work through the area, but I think the moisture will be skimpy ahead of that. So I'm not looking for anything major with that at this point. Unless the moisture increases, then we'll have to rewrite that forecast. By Friday morning, we see a larger system out to the west of us, right in through there, and that will have something to say about the forecast as we head into maybe next weekend or the end of next week. So Saturday, working you through the weekend here. Saturday morning shopping, we still see a rain chance happening at that time. It will continue to be hit and miss there through the evening. It may get a little better there that evening and into part of Saturday night. Then by Sunday for church time, we'll be behind the system. It'll be much cooler. You'll notice the change there. The clouds will be stubborn, and I can't rule out some hit and miss, off and on sprinkles or showers with that. So I'm going to carry a low end rain chance on Sunday out of respect for that particular system. So severe outlook, we'll see a broad area of marginal risk, category 1. Okay, that's called marginal from the Storm Prediction Center, out of 5 possible categories. And this extends all the way back from western North Texas to just to the northeast of Abilene, between there and Wichita Falls, and then through Louisiana and as far east as the Florida Panhandle. So that's kind of outlining that frontal boundary there as the front drops into the area. Severe threats out of this. Overall, you see the bar is lower than what we had last time for Fat Tuesday. I took the flood risk completely out. I just don't think there's any risk of flooding from this. There's not going to be a really efficient pattern. Yeah, so there's a little wind threat, a little hail threat. Hail threat will probably outweigh the wind risk, although the Storm Prediction Center has them both the same. I'll put the hail risk a little bit higher than the tornado risk. Is there? You you always never feel comfortable completely ruling out a tornado because they can be rogue on you, and they can happen without you forecasting them. So what we're having happen here is what we can expect in Cenla for this particular severe weather potential. 10 a.m. Saturday until Sunday 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're still on Standard Time. That timer doesn't start until 2 a.m. Sunday. So the pattern, a disturbance aloft, outlined where that was and what it's going to do to us when that surface cold front. The threat level is 1 out of 5. We call that marginal in our parlance there, and I mentioned that a while ago. There's a couple of limiting factors that are preventing this from going to a level 2 or something like that. The instability, much of that will be elevated, and so it's going to force convection to be elevated instead of growing surface roots where you can tap more potential. There's also modest low-level wind shear, and I'm hopeful that that will keep the tornado risk at a minimum there. So here are your percentages. Hail and wind 5%, although I think hail will be a little higher than that, and tornado at 2%. So monitor your weather sources, as we always say, in case warnings are issued for your Saturday. You don't want to miss those. So the front comes through, kind of bleeds into the area there Saturday. It won't be a quick moving front. Severe potential there. Temperatures holding pretty much in the 60s there. Daylight savings time starts at 2 a.m. Sunday, and then we immediately run the clock forward to 3 a.m. So you actually do lose an hour's sleep Sunday morning. Now, once we get into Monday, you don't lose the hour anymore. We're on daylight savings time, so we don't change anything there. But it's a beautiful start to next week there. Mostly sunny days, mostly clear nights. A couple of chilly mornings there for Monday and Tuesday, 42, 41 for averages, and Cenla that leaves room for some upper 30s. And daytimes are pretty good there, 69, 75, 76 for Wednesday. There's our next little bump in the road there for Wednesday. Got a 30% chance of showers out of that deal. Front comes in with that, but it's not a cold front. It's kind of a dry front, what we'll call a dry line. And so with that dry air in here for Thursday, that knocks out any rain chances, I think. Now, the chance of rain could continue for Wednesday, that 30%. I've also got 30% Wednesday night, but Thursday, it's out of here and a high of 80 degrees there. Some folks will be even warmer than that. And I did bring in a 50% on Friday with an increase in clouds with that third system that I showed you is going to the west of us. And it'll be another warm day, 62 and 80, spring-like weather coming there. All right, that's your forecast for the weekend and into next week. Hope you enjoy it. And Nick Mikulas probably might not have a chance to stream in the morning, but he may stream in the afternoon. If he doesn't, then I will, and I'll be in the forecast center and taking care of any severe weather. And of course, I'll be on live if we get tornado warnings. All right, take care and have a safe Saturday and an enjoyable Saturday, and thanks for your